Apparently the music still plays when I swap scenes. Howdy. Can you aura farm? What do you mean, can I aura farm? I could just sit here for another 5 minutes in silence if that counts. That counts, right? Howdy, howdies. Alright, howdy... Doom? Question mark, that was before the stream. Howdy John, howdy Triss, howdy Pep, howdy Passings. I remember your name even though you've got the new special at things. Don't you love the whole special at things now instead of your names? And I have to relearn people's names who have different display names for their actual usernames? Oh boy, thank you YouTube. Howdy Pep, howdy Sandcastle, howdy... Oh my gosh, wait. Hold on, I gotta figure out your display... I know that's your username. Oh, fuck. Howdy, Petra. Is your display name different? I know I've had to decipher this before, many times. An activity? How do I check? Go to channel. No, that was you. Okay, I was right, yes. That is you. Howdy, Petra. Howdy, Nezu. Yes, yours, at least yours starts with pass, right? That's it. I can understand that part at least. Why do YouTube do this? Because there's now 3 peps with different vowels. That's why. Yeah. I would like if they can change it back. I get why they did it. I would like the option to change it back. Because it was easier for me, at least. And now I just see @ signs everywhere. And look at chat. There's just ats in chat now, all the time. Isn't that lovely? If everyone is going to have that little logo, why does anyone need it? Ban YouTube, basically. Did you check the forms? I've taken a look at the forms, yes. I don't think it's been updated in a bit. Boop a doop a doop a doop a doop boop 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 boop. The weird thing is that I know if I sing to the music that you can hear, there's some reason a delay. There shouldn't be a delay. It just sounds like I'm really dumb. Let's see. Fish application forms. Yes, we've got a bunch of fish. We have 27 fish to add to Canto 5. And boy oh boy, I'm gonna make another form. That's half of today. So that I would be awake. Why? Stay asleep. It's not that important. I know John woke up as well. Why? Stay asleep. Oh, of course there's Yowie fish, yeah. I can see at least 2 Yowie fish. Where is it? Yeah, we've got Yowie fishies, Yowie fish. Actually, that's just, yeah, it's just only those 2. Wow. You guys were really, like, humble, or what's the word? Tame. You guys are really tame with the Yowie. Interesting. I mean, yeah, we know. We don't need sleep schedules, apparently. Battle Cat's Yowie into a gay polykill so they don't get murdered by their head with breaking taboo, but I can't make Teacher Bun Bun. Yep, okay, we're immediately into the Yuri and Yowie. I love this. Alright. So, today's plan. I can turn down the music a bit because it's going to stay. I will change the song at some point. When I'm sure that I'm not going to blue screen. By the way, I might just blue screen. If the stream disappears, I blue screen and I'll have to reload my computer, but like... Yes, there are Yuri. There are at least... Wow, I can't even say Yuri. I haven't finished my coffee yet. You know, I'm a little out of practice, honestly, but let's get into it. Okay, so, today's plan is editing. Yeah. Wow, fun. Isn't this better than doing an MD solo? Wow. So, I have to... Oh my gosh, why can't I hear the music? That is kind of annoying. I can't... I'm listening to the music and it's getting distracting. So, I've got a plan. We're a graphic designer now. Yes, literally. So, this is the logo. Wow, look at that. And if I do... I don't know how much you can see. Because I've got to be a little careful. Because Adobe doesn't care for my personal privacy, obviously. But we've got the logo. I can make it 3D. We can make it spin around in that. We've got the stage. So this is how the stage works in 3D. This is how that video was made. There you go. Look at that. Wow. And I've been messing with an opening. So, the plan is... Indirectly, yep. Literally. The plan is... The video... I'm still working on the other video. But... I also had this idea, like, I think it was 2 days ago, was it, that I put out that poll? When was it? Dumb question. It was 3 days ago now. Wow, okay. So, I'm gonna make a parody of the Game Awards. Yeah, no, literally, that is Adobe. I'm pretty sure, like, I can't do Photoshop. Because if I open Photoshop... Actually, hold on, I've got to fix OBS, it's not showing the full screen. There we go. If I open Photoshop, it just permanently has my name there. So I can't show you any Photoshop we do. Oh, what? Did I just stretch that? No, that was correct. And I can move this a bit. There you go. That should be fine enough. There you go. Those are all the layers. Alright. So the video is going to be parody of the Game Awards. And so what I want to do is have a little opening, small opening animation with the logo spinning or something. I want to finish that animation. We're going to have to decide on the categories for it. And then I've got to figure out a category animation for like the... What are they doing? The nominations thing? So everyone that you can nominate is going to be released since it's anything since Kanto... What is it? 7. Anything since Kanto 7 will be eligible. And unfortunately, before anyone asks, there will not be... Okay, well, there will be one not multiple choice. What is it called? Freeform answer. I have to put some sort of freeform answer in the form. Otherwise I'll get slaughtered. But, like... Faust should be the host. You want Faust to be the host? That could be the... Faust or Faust Pie? I can make a Faust Pie. Category Yuri and... I will have to make Yuri and Yaoi categories. And we'll have to do that. First up, I gotta figure out an animation for the beginning. So has anyone actually seen, like... Has anyone seen that video where they... What is it? Announce the nominees for the Game Awards? Don't make us choose between... Wait, well, okay, sorry, Pep, but you just came up with that idea. I was gonna make it so you had to choose a pair that would be best suited. But now the choice between Yuri and Yaoi, now that would be a good... That's an important question. That needs to be answered. If you see a burrowing heaven candidate, that might be me. I wouldn't question it, Joe. The Game Awards, but actually good, or at least not awful. Well, see, it kind of has to be awful, right? Because it's going to be some joke version of a ceremony. But, you know, no, it's okay. Don't tell Airplane. Airplane will be very upset having to choose, right? Demand polycule option. Alright, so... I don't know who's seen that little... What is it called? The video where they announced the nominees. They had some sort of animation. I could technically just rip that straight off. I could make that. But I don't want to. Because obviously I gotta be different, right? Yeah. So, I've been trying to mess with a little animation. I don't know. I don't... Oh, that's the other thing. I have to choose about what... We have to choose the song. I don't know what song to be playing behind the video. Even if it's a shitpost? Yeah, okay, you know what, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I did have to specifically look up the video for inspiration. I hadn't seen it. I wasn't inspired by the video. I had to look up to see what they did. So I guess that's a good indicator. Alright. Do we just want random Limbus music playing in the background? Does that work? Okay, that playlist has copyright music. Come on, lunatic. Where's your no copyright playlists? Gosh. Am I really just gonna have this playing in the background if it's gonna start playing ads? This works, alright. Oh gosh, that's loud. That blasts my ears off. Yeah, just to be safe. Sometimes the things you make terrifies much more. My tongue! My poor tongue! Alright, so I gotta turn off that. I gotta... There's nothing on screen, right? Right? Right. Oh, wait, no, I've discovered there's this studio mode. I can change things without it immediately playing. It's kind of insane. Okay, so window capture. I don't have to risk doxing myself every single time I open Chrome now. Chrome? No, Limbus music. There we go. Select Chrome. Battle theme. Windows 10. Capture audio, okay. Make it tiny. Move it behind the screen. Come on. There we go. And so now if I play that... delete that. Delete that? No. Wait, what is it? Limbus music is not playing sound. What if I stop playing it? Is that going through? No. Can you hear that? Yeah, my tongue doesn't work. Nope, okay. How do I do this? Automatic. It's so loud. Alright, you know what? Solution. I just unmute desktop audio. Now you can hear it. Alright, I'm not doing it the fancy way. I gotta make sure that I'm DND on Discord, Ben, so you don't see any notifications. Alright. Oh, wait, it's because I haven't swapped it yet. There you go. Howdy, cheesy. Just have silence. I've done that before. Did not work. I mean, it worked out really well, actually. I was quite honored. I was honored, really, that people managed to stay despite just my speaking. I think that was one of the better streams as well, wasn't it? Gosh. Reset your entire browser. Welcome to new YouTube. Howdy, cheesy. Someone will find. Okay. So I've got to have autoplay on for that as well. Autoplay on. There we go. I think that... is that audible enough? Am I audible over the top of it? Oh, wait, it's playing twice. What the fuck? Is that better? Man, okay, this studio mood is weird. You know what? Whatever. If you can hear it, good. If you can't, well, I kind of expect that you can't. And even then, I'm going to slow down. I'm not going to trip over my own tongue. I'm going to drink my coffee. How is everyone getting the flu? Yeah. Me type good, so yeah, okay. Okay. So first up, does anyone have any idea of any orchestral music in Limbus? Actually, you know what? I could just use this Arknight's music that's playing literally right now. That's kind of the closest we have to orchestral that's not just like Leviathan, right? Judah likes for Arknight's collab music. It's good! What do you mean? This is the best song. Also, this was the top of, you know, the list, so I can't really change that. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have autoplay on, which is kind of a problem. Because I can see that next up is a 2-hour ASMR video, and I don't think I should be playing that in the background. It does sound like the Game Awards music. What's for tempo? Tempo calc. 80. Alright. It's 80. No, I am not playing someone else's 2 hours ASMR. That's probably copyright. You're not getting that. I gotta make my own 2-hour ASMR if you want that. Which, you know, probably could happen for Christmas. Who knows? I don't know. I have so many things I want to do in December, but I'm not going to be able to do them all. Particularly if this actually requires effort. See, the kind of reason that I'm able to think about doing this is because I don't think it's just going to be us, right? It's just going to be our community. So I don't think it'll be that much effort. But if it does become effort, then we're in trouble. Add non-copyright mummy ASMR. There is that Faust ASMR. Boyfriend helps you fill your taxes. Besso watches your finances for 2 hours. Alright. So I gotta download this. Wait, no, I already got this music, don't I? Because I used it in that video. Archive, Arknights. Oh, wait, no, that has the audio on it. So I gotta go fetch this. One moment. Oh, why does this have to be next? No, you're not hearing anything. Yeah, I knew autoplay was dangerous. How do I click next? Oh man. Am I okay? I'm just gonna go through the playlist and hope that nothing comes up then. Man, why was that next? Banned immediately. It's all over. Ah, here we go. Sure. Alright, it's gonna play through an order now. It's gonna play some really weird 10-second audio clips. Isn't that good? Yeah, alright. Tian Tian, Wushan, I don't know Chinese. Imagine if I learnt Chinese just for that song. Okay, this is really jarring being able to hear the audio myself. I'm not used to being able to hear stuff while I work. I normally just work in silence. Actually, no, I know the solution. I can turn down my own audio because I'm not going to be listening to anything. Okay, what was I doing? I was finding the audio. Audio. It's so quiet. Can you hear it? The audio. Oh, okay, I can turn it up a little. I don't want it to compete with me, though. That's the problem. Because I already struggle to speak loud as it is. Meh. Get a softer or lo-fi-ish song. Do we just want the same one on repeat? I have it on shuffle at the moment. What's this? What is this? Oh, Bongi. What's the Bongi song? I like the Bongi song. I can't be messing around with music this whole time. No, it's just gonna be shuffling. It's gonna be shuffling, and if it's weird, we can skip. This sounds like Ricardo on a date. Alright, I'm gonna save this. Ricardo date music. There you go. Lovely. We love that. Okay, audio. What is it? Main story? No, it's a D2 tale. EX. Battle theme. Boss 2. Download. Boss 3, sorry. Scanning for voices. Okay. And then, what is this called? Limbus Awards, right? The Limbus Awards, here we go. Go to my downloads, copy that over, move that in. Alright, here we go. We can start. I gotta turn this down probably. I'm assuming it's gonna be blaringly loud. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. After Effects. Alright. Alright. It's called Bong. How can I focus on my music with Crow playing in the background? Oh, come on. There's no helping you with Waitoto. I don't... There's no point asking, John. Just accept your fate. Okay. So I just did this because I was messing around with things. I don't know. Do we like this at all? I don't know. It feels really bleh to me. Because I've liked the grid. Where is it? In here. No, here. No. This. Is this Rapitile? Radiant Wave. How does that work? Oh, that's where. Okay. Here you go. So, we've got like this endless pattern. Play the contempt warning if you want real music. True. I could just play that in the background. But then I'm actually listening to myself. Oh my gosh. That would not go well. I don't know. Can I show this? I can probably show... What is it? Game Awards nominees. I'm sure people actually watch this, right? 3. Alright. So this is what... Where is OBS? Can you tell how scuffed this is? Is that visible? Why did it go into this? Okay, no, the music is going to annoy me this entire time. I will put on the content warning background noise later. Can you see that? Is that coming through? It is, okay. So I gotta go full screen. Go full... So this is what their intro looks like, okay? So they have the logo and then text, right? And it lasts a whole 5 seconds. 6 seconds. Okay, yeah, it's 5 seconds. It's a 5-second introduction. Yeah, Ricardo, literally. He's chasing me. He's actually chasing me. Please send help. I am scared. Make it last 4 minutes and no. The intro, I'm not making the intro last 4 minutes. So we need something very fast. It can only last for like 4 or 5 seconds, right? Game Awards does lack mummy ASMR, but we plan to fix that, right? We can always fix it in 2026. Make an ASMR game. So that's, like, this is insanely easy, but I can't do the background, which is why I've kind of got this. Okay, so how about we hide all that. Where's my effects panel? There it is. So if I hide that for now, and we go to balls. So if I put balls on this, so how do we make it look like a flag? Let's make it not transparent. So that's, if I make it into like a little ball thing, I can make it so that it's all different like that, and then we can rotate it around, which kind of looks cool, but also that has no real purpose. So I'm not sure. Add cheesy to the video. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Alright, we can put a tiny Don Quixote somewhere in the video. You know what? We can do that now. Oh gosh, wait, how do I reset the camera? Oh man, okay, fine. I already whiffed it. There we go. So we need a Don Quixote, no uptie, Sinners, Don Quixote, LCB. Make it one view, here you go. Turn it into 3D. Welcome to 3D editing. So let's move it back a chunk. Whoops, no, that's tiny. Need it to be more. So if she's over there, make her a bit smaller. Make her go up a bit. Go over here. Position. Position. That's fast enough, right? That's a Don. You happy with that, Cheesy? Give it a Yowie sign. What do you mean a Yowie sign? Is there signs for Yow? I don't want to know. I'm not questioning that. I didn't ask anything. Ugh. So I gotta figure out how I want this done. Like, that looks cool, but it serves, like, there's no connection to Limbus. I don't know how to make this Limbus-based background. I could just do the balls on a bunch of different backgrounds. What do you make a Yowie sign? Alright, well, part of the plan is to make a logo. I don't know how I would do that. I don't have any ideas. A running train effect. Like the effect. What do you mean? As in, like, the opening of the videos that they'd make? The screen slides to the right. Could. Maybe I do have to use an actual just Limbus background. As opposed to make one. Because I made this. I made that, and it's all just this. But then... like, I can change how complicated it is. Okay, look, I get that I'm showing editing, but it cannot be purely yaoi. This is not going to go anywhere. So what you have to do is you have to do the Squidward testicles effect. You know the one effect... What Squidward testicles effect? When do they show his testicles? They'll go somewhere, trust me. Shaded heaven in the background. I don't know. I need... Okay, fine, I'm looking this up. I'm doing this in incognito because I do not need Squidward testicles in my... Squidward testicles effect. Squidward testicles. Wait, what? Is that real? No, it can't be real. That cannot be real. It's real? No, it's not real. It's cheesy in the first place. I can't believe I even looked that up. I can't believe I gave it a credit. It's real? Okay, Nezu's saying it's real. That's not real. That's dumb. I wasn't lying. No, I am not in grief. How do I do this? Okay, I'm fine with the square coming in like that, and then like it does the swoopy swoopy to the right, and transitions to the stage. I think that works. So I'm okay with the square as it is. So that's where it's got to grow about here. So that's where it's got to start growing. We got to go to the square. So we can move that over here. That should be fine, right? No, okay. It was better when I was pre-loading. And then at exactly 6 seconds is where it's going to cut. Okay. So we got to do a whoops. New solid cut. And then that's just going to be where it cuts off. All right. That's where it transitions. You are sorry? Why are you sorry, Job? I got to put something on the square. That's the thing. Which means I got to do something with the logo. I wasn't sure if I want the square to, like, flip around and show the logo, or have the logo, like, draw itself. Because I'm pretty sure... Does that work? Add trim paths. How does this work if it's 3D? What on earth is going on there? Okay, no, it just fills up, so that doesn't work. Offset? Yaoi supremacy on the square. You couldn't do this well. Mephistopheles is definitely dying at this rate. Alright, I'm gonna hide the background for now, and I'll figure out something. Oh, wait, no, I gotta turn on transparency. There we go. So, bam, 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 bam. So this is where it has to finish coming in. I gotta do it on both. Whoopsies. Lines. Click you there as well. So it's gotta be a bit later. Welcome to literal editing. Alright. And then... So that's where it drops, and then we gotta do the spins. So the spinning and everything else has to come over as well to... About there. We can move this so it's a bit faster. That's kind of on tempo. My brackets? What's wrong with your brackets? Oh, right. Why do we need... I'm not gonna get away if I don't put Yaoi somewhere in here, right? I mean, it's gonna be part of the awards ceremony. That's fine, right? But more on music. No, it's not the point. Okay, now cheesy is the same as Jom. Yep, there we go. So many brackets. Where's the Yuri? Do I have any Yuri? Characters. I do not have Yuri downloaded. What a shame. Actually, I'm pretty sure I've got the apple. I've got Yuri's apple somewhere. A show 8? Apple. There you go. Look, I've got the Yuri apple. Yuri Corp. Alright. That implies... No, I do not have Yaoi. There is no Yaoi in Limbus. There's Yuri. There's no Don't question it! Does it have to finish a bit faster? I think it has to finish a bit faster. Whoops. Move those both closer. There we go. That's a bit too slow to come out. That kind of works. That's kind of working. Alright, another idea. I can pull out the animation I did for the Smash part for the next video. I can use that to zoom in. You know, that kind of works. Alright, so if I open recent, what is it called? How do I do this without spoiling the next video? VFX Master. I think it's in here. You've already seen that, so that's fine. Smash. Here we go. So Limbus. Is there a background there? There isn't. Okay, good. So I can do this. He's got real defensive at the Yaoi questions. No, we love Yaoi. That's fine. Are they gonna smash? Alright. Video spoilers. I don't think they're actually gonna be fighting. Because at this point, this video I've had for 2 months. I started working on this back when I was struggling to get the music out. That song, because of my computer issues, I started working on this video instead. It crashed, now I have to watch ads. Give me the money, cheesy. This animation is clean as fuck, though. I love this animation. It's so good. Ugh. And there's another thing. Something I did just for this video was I redrew all of the finger logos. Where is it? Archive. Video. Actually, no, it's in my UI. UI, icons. Like, look how clean this middle icon is. Where is it? So, hold on. I gotta export this first. So, it should end about here. And I'll hide that layer. Yeah, that works. Alright. File, export, render. Oops, no, I gotta make it transparent. One moment. Can you make them kiss for the... I don't have access to their lips. I can't do that. That is so much effort. Like, I technically could, but I don't want to. That's incredible amounts of effort. I can move eyes. Like, I can move eyes fine. I can go into Photoshop and make it so I can move their eyes around. That's easy enough. But moving their lips and actually animating their lips, that's a bit out of scope for, like, anything ever. The Limbus Awards, smash, render. Alright. I might just have to import that, but that's okay. Don't save. Howdy, Blorp. Great for my sync alike. Same, they don't need to make out. No, it would not. I've learnt that pregnancy in Yaoi does not equal views, surprisingly, but to the surprise of you all. Truly. That is not how it works. I didn't say make out. I said, okay, it's a bit of a difference, a bit of nuance. Alright, so I've got that. I gotta go to archive, Limbus Awards, smash. Why? Oh, right. Maybe? Why is it grayed out in the first frame? Is that not a... Okay. So, open recent. I'm gonna have to re-render that. Don't save. So, oh wow, why is that not transparent? Interesting. All right, save file, render queue, delete that. I don't know what that's doing. File, export, render. QuickTime, animation, alpha. Okay, smash in the same place, right? Yep, good. Render. There we go. Now it's clean. Okay. Have you tried Yuri? I can't try Yuri. Is it? That's not. That's not how Yuri works. AO3. Pregnancy and no. Look, the Gregnant Lay Hang only worked. Well, okay. To be honest, it didn't work. I'm pretty sure that's half of why the video. You know. There were comments made about Greg. No, I'm not trying you. Don't. That's. No, that's not how it works. This song works concerningly well for. No, stop. I can't try Yuri. What do you mean? Am I making you distort? No, it doesn't. You don't have to stop. I can just ignore it if I want to. You think he will? What do you mean? I can't. Alright. So, this part probably should be black. And then fade to white. So we get a white overlay. New, solid, white. Okay. Let's cut it there. There we go. And then have that go opacity from 0 to peak to empty again. And then underneath the logo, it should be black. So we can duplicate that layer, bring that back over here, move that up. Cut that. That works. I just need a different background that's not this. Alright, so I can work on a different background later. I think the background's going to be the part I have to mess with the most. I'm not distorting. I'm not a big bad magpie. I'm a little cute magpie. I'm a cute magpie. The train did not crash. That's coming in a little too fast. Alright, the squares work. So I need to work on text now. Smash. What do you mean it's so quick? What's quick? Cheesy's saying quick and smash in the 2 consecutive messages just is always cause for concern in my head. You will become a trash crab? Okay, yeah, that is probably more accurate. There's probably a John Pie somewhere. She'll do the job for me. Gonna go with my will be gay wolf instead. Yep. Remember that comment? I remember seeing a comment recently, John, of I swore after that stream that I would be normal, right? Was that in the Discord? Oh gosh. Nominated for best magpie? Ah, see, the thing is, if I control the awards ceremony, right? I can rig everything exactly. Like, I've already decided that I'm going to rig one of the categories. Like, I was going to do most anticipated ID, but just say that Big Brother Heathcliff is automatically the correct option, so the category was removed. Speaking of, I should run through the categories, right? I should show you what categories we have, and so you can think of them. I want to get working on this part, because this is going to be the part that takes the longest. But I got to do the intro. So, let's go. How do I show? Do I just add text in OBS? Yeah, I can do that. All right, I'll just copy what I have. So, I do have legitimate categories, right? It's not all just going to be memes, unfortunately. I feel like it does need to actually be in some way or form Hold on, I gotta make it a black background so you can read that. Those are currently the ones that I'm thinking of, right? Those are the legitimate categories. Most anticipated ID Rojan. No, there's a reason the cutoff date is the 1st of December, because I don't want a Rojan... we don't need enough Rojan ID. We don't. Custom Magpie competition. Best commenter. The thing is, I have... Alright, these are the actual categories, right? Is there any other actual category? Damn you. Is there any other actual category that would work? You need to make the most anticipated ID be Farm Watch and not put him in the nominees. Interesting. True. Try you. Yeah, how are you enjoying Endfield so far? I've seen a bit of it. I was watching someone play yesterday. The tower defense part seemed different. I don't think that was there 2 years ago, but the best personality, because this is all based on IDs, right? This applies for IDs and ego. They're going to have to be separately voted on. Obviously, Uptie Story doesn't work for ego and stuff like that, but... And best community art is there just because if... What is it? Contempt or Ryoshu doesn't win that. Because, you know, there was some good art of her on Twitter and all that. If that doesn't win, then I don't know. I don't know if I can agree to best commenter because it's like Season 1 versus Season 6 Limbus players. Yeah, basically. You like gambling? Yeah? What's a gambling category? Ah, yes. It will be releasing on PC, mobile, and PlayStation 5. Yep. I don't know how it's going to work on phones. I don't know how that works. Alright, those are the actual categories. I think that's fine. I'm not seeing any actual things there. The joke categories I've come up with so far is these three, right? These are the joke categories. Most mechanically confusing, most despised, and the most anticipated. The most anticipated, maybe actually I do put in there and allow for free-form answer. Just the thing is that if I... Look, I know it's not going to actually get traction, right? This is a community thing. But if it does, there's a problem in that I would have to read, like, 50 lines. And that is more than 40 lines, which is an exorbitant amount of effort, right? Most despised. No, it's not most despised viewer, it's most despised ID. I can't judge people in this. That would require actual collaboration and, you know, that's scary. Social interaction. So, those are the 3 joke ones at the moment. These are the other ones. They're kind of joke, kind of just miscellaneous, right? Because you know how the Game Awards has those weird things, those weird awards? Like, we've got Best Event, so you get to choose from the 4 intervalos. And I'm including the Arknight's event there. And that's why it's called Best Event and not Best Intervalo, because people will scream at me if I call it an intervalo. Best Announcer, that's been released in the last year. Best Project Moon stream, so I'm going to have to get all the dates and all the titles of all the Project Moon streams in the last year. Which, concerningly, we've had quite a few streams this year. So maybe that's a bit longer than I'm expecting. And then Best Kim Ji-yoon model, which is going to be 2D, 3D, or skin, right? Best Kim Ji-yoon model is the free... He did that stream yesterday. He was just like, the model is cute, I'm going to stream. Most bullied by the Faust Court. There's a Faust Court. The most despised ID, just being cheesy. No, we are not voting on the worst viewer. No, we can't do that. We can... Look, I'm not trying to be removed from the community altogether here, right? I got something. I got hope. Worst viewer. We don't. Alright. I do not endorse it, but there is technically nothing stopping you from making your own poll. I volunteer as tribute. Just as long as I'm not doing it and I don't interact with it, you can appease your own desires. Gayest... Okay, is that a question, John? Alright. So unless there's any actual input, which I don't... By the looks of things, is not going to be happening, those are going to be the categories, unless I think of anything else. Alright? So I can put that back on. So I think this coming in is fine, right? Crave to be in the poll of worst viewer. No, I'm not making a poll on the Discord. Can you guys make polls on the Discord? Or did I make that impossible? I don't think you can, right? Maybe I shouldn't have brought that up. You're gonna try, and if you can, it's gonna be a problem. Alright, so I need text. We're gonna do text. So let's go to text, the Limbus awards. And it's gonna be right aligned because... What? What? Why is it centered still? What? That is not how that works. Oh, I have to highlight both lines? Why? This is something I don't... Never mind, I don't. What is this? There we go. Now it's aligned. Okay. Wow, okay. What do you mean the poll is up? No, you go. I shouldn't have mentioned polls. I didn't know you could do that. Toby is drunk. It feels like it. Who's voted already? Cheesy voted for Cheesy. Okay, great. As for build of a femboy, he said so himself. When did I say explicitly femboy? I said I was asked about figure, and I said I am Twiggy Magpie or something like that. There's no way I said femboy magpie. Crowpie femboy. No. Okay, so this has to be centered, so we align that in the center. We make that bigger. We gotta align that in the center there too. Center. I need this. I'm assuming white is clean, right? White's the cleanest. And then we get rid of the fill. What font do I want to use? I like Gadagi. But also, I could just use the text that they use. Like, that works, right? Because everyone recognizes that font. I'm sure you all recognize that font, right? Did you know that this font is actually free? No, you did not hear femboys, Tris. Go back. Femboy back. No. I did not say twink. Why is there another poll? What font? This is the font that shows when you're doing the bosses. It's the font that appears in-game to the boss songs. Okay, okay. It doesn't seem like I'm being believed. Why is... Okay. I'm not looking in the Discord anymore. That's just... He added me in the poll. Cheesier font. I discovered I can make my own fonts. Alright. So... What's the resolution here? That looks not clean. Alright. Create shapes from text. There we go. So now we have this. That should be an actual thing, and I should be able to change each individual letter. Yeah, there we go. But it's not vector. Is it? No, it is vector. Okay. I'm evil. Howdy, Etnad. Or should I say non-sonid origami? Do you like being exposed by YouTube's no update, Etnad? Yeah? Man, this sucks. This new update is stinky. Is this fine? I don't know. Alright, so let's do 2. Let's add glow. And then duplicate the glow. Duplicate the layer, put this on top, get rid of the glow. Can I make this black? How does that work? No, that looks shit. So let's not do that. Let's just have one glow, have it be a bit lower and more spread. Alright, and I want trim paths. So this... Can I do trim paths on this? No, so I have to convert it. So we go create shapes from text, add trim paths, That works. Yeah, okay, that'll look cool. Um, yeah, this sucks. My true identity has been exposed. I'm sorry, Etnad. I'm sure if you write nicely, very nicely, to YouTube headquarters, they'll revert it. Yeah. What is going on here? I'm editing for the announcement of the nominees for the Limbus Awards. Isn't this exciting? But it's been a while. Yeah, and I recognize dolls, yeah. No, not you. You are going to enjoy my... I'm not looking at the polls. I am not look. Why is it on the right? Because it's a light. I don't know. This looks like something. I can have it centered, but this looks better to me. Like what? I can technically do it. Okay, hold on. I want to try the offset paths. So man. Okay, fine. I'll do it while it's already on the square. Okay, so we can feather that going outwards. So evil. In fact, it could be evil. You can't center the text font. I can. Like, I can just change it to this. I think I prefer it being right aligned, though. Like, I can do this. That's fine. That looks kind of offset. Why does that look offset? Am I tripping? Maybe it's just for space. I think I like it being right aligned more. I'm so grateful that my mind can't be read so simply. I feel like I like this better. I don't know. If y'all think otherwise, sure, but like that, I don't like that as much. I think it's because this lines up closer with Limbus and it looks like there's meant to be space there. The box is based on the side of a capital T, so you're... Yeah, yeah, that tracks. Stack it into 3. Maybe? We can try that. Let's mess around with this. That kind of works. But it feels weird not being centered like that. And then there's too much space up above and below it. Make it a cheesy font. You want... Okay. Fucking cheese. Images. Save image. Fucking cheese. No uptie. Archive. Limbus Awards. Cheese. Cheese. You happy now? You happy? You like your cheesy Limbus Awards? What do you mean that's not the right one? Hey, shows are definitely going to be the Oscar bait of the Limbus Awards. How even? A different cheese? What do you mean a different cheese? Like, yeah, this kind of low-key cooks, but like also I can't use it because it's just obviously an image that it was the first result on Google. What is that? Uptie 1 cheese? Cheesy no uptie level 1. What do you mean? I will... Maybe I don't have it white. Actually, that has the trim paths as well, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Oh, no, because it's based on that. So we go here, this one. And then it draws the cheese. I don't know why it's doing that. That's kind of weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, okay. But yeah, no. Maybe it's not just white. Maybe I do a gradient like that. That could look alright. Howdy, Nancy. Like gold elevate, no. I'm not gonna question. I'm not doing anything that'll get me in trouble. This could be a category best uptie 1 ID. The thing is, like, that could, and I would like to do that, but the thing is, nobody actually knows about that, right? It's not Aubrey anymore. Yeah, it is. Oh, it is Aubrey. Wow. Wait, did I just say Aubrey despite reading Nancy? Can you put Yuri on high transparency somewhere in this vid? Alright, if we manage to get through the opening, I will put a slurry of random shit at the end of the video. Okay. The thing is, I mean, I know I'm safe because we won't manage to do that. Would you kiss fairy gentleman? No. His hands are bloody. The thing is, I got to get through this, and I don't think we're managing that at this rate. I want that to be so. Okay, I need to black solid. No, it's this one. So pre-comp that. Do I pre-comp this? I think so. Does this work? So if I go in here, take that, go back there, go here, paste. Why does that glitch? What? Oh, right. Because I didn't get rid of it there. That works. Okay, so now I can move the text in there. So we take that, cut. Go in here, paste. Get the trim paths, move that forwards. That can go about there, right? No, it's got to go a bit earlier because it's delayed. Ugh. Nobody uses uptime when I did. Yeah, that's the thing. If I want to have these categories, I need them to be actually answerable by people. Yeah, the display name is useless now. It's annoying. It's upsetting, but oh well. I'd been seeing it in like Hime's chat for a while, I think, before it's come to mind now. You know, it's just either they've rolled it out fully or I'm important enough that I get these special updates, right? Yeah. I can't die though. It was cheerful. What? How do I help? I will do anything. Well, you gotta tell me if it actually looks good, because I'm gonna doubt myself otherwise. We're gonna do that as the intro. I gotta fix the background, so we're not worrying about the background. That's just placeholder. I need it to be darker and more cinematic. I think the square thing I'm okay with. I will change it so it's a bit smoother and less jank. I gotta fix that, that's right. So I gotta do that. And I'm gonna move those forward even more. So I'm gonna start that as soon as it starts increasing the size of a square. And there we go. Okay, so that's for transition. See you, Nezu. I'm pregnant. I have to start my morning and get breakfast. Enjoy pregnancy. Ate feel funny. I think the what? Okay. I did only wake up 40 minutes ago. Fair enough. Gosh. Sleeping in cheesy. I can't believe it. What, 6? Ugh. Alright. Okay, so we got that. And then so I need okay. Main comps. Composition, new composition, main. 2K, 2560, 1440. Let's say it runs for how long is this video gonna be? Like 3 minutes, maybe, right? So 259, 59. Alright, and then we move in standard backdrop, because that's for beginning. Which I've named this very well. Is it a broken tablet? Oh, it's rendering. Oh boy. Wow. That's another fun thing about After Effects. Can you hear After Effects? I don't think you can. Wait, no, you must be able to, right? Then now you can. There you go. You can hear it now when I play it. There you go. You're going to be insane as I am. That's better. Alright, do we have whip? I like whip. We do not have whip. So I'm going to have to make the transition myself. Oh, wait, no, we can try these. Transition completion. What's that? Why does it make it all bubbly? That's weird. It, like, changes nothing. Oh, I see. So 50% is where it actually transitions. Okay. No, I don't want that one. Jaws. Nope, that's like a PowerPoint transition. Light wipe. That could work. If I have the square glow. 2 hours of mummy ASMR. That's a separate video, Pep. Don't get too greedy. The screen protector became cracked. Fully show it kind of looks like that Thai text. Yeah, it does. I know what you mean, yeah. Oh, that's fine with me. Alright. Light wipe, maybe. Maybe light wipe. Line sweep. What is this? Nope. Radial? Nope. Scale. What the fuck is this? Twister. Let me guess, it spins. Yep, that spins. Maybe that could work if I make it a flowy background, so maybe. Warp-o-matic. Oh, okay, I see. Radiant wipe, I know what those are. Venetian blinds. Eh. Don't like that one too much. Why not make the font purple and evil? I could. It would be funny if Carmen was just chilling in the intro. I can make so many dumb things. But it's whether I should. I think the background is going to be an important part. Okay, I think it might be a light wipe coming from behind the square. That might work. I think that's probably where it's going to go. Oh, wait, what? That cares about that? That's weird. I think it's probably going to be light wipe. Okay. Because I can have behind the square glow, and that works. Make it a bunch of violent flashing lights and colors so that people get seizures, and thus increases the view time because they can't click off. You know what? That is an idea. But the thing is, see, the problem with all the videos I make is that none of them are longer than 8 minutes. Which means no mid-rolls, right? Which means extra view time doesn't actually do anything for me. No, I'm joking, it does. It makes me feel good, right? Big number make feel good. Yeah. Alright. Pep, that's... It's like a Pikachu. What is it, the Magnemite? Was it Magnemite that was doing that? No, it was Porygon, right? The Porygon issue. Radial... What is it? Radial... Blur? Yeah, radial blur. So I can come in here. Limbus Award. Limbus Award. Amount? Nope, that's not the right one. That just became a wheel. Oh, radial fast blur, that's it. So that's got to be in here, duplicate the text, put it on the layer behind, radial fast blur. And then I can change the evolution, right? There's no evolution? It doesn't have evolution. Interesting. I feel like I'm focusing too much on this text. Then there'll be view time. That means I have to write a script for 2 hours. No, sorry, 2 hours worth of script. Not it will take 2 hours to write the script. That's not how that works. You dare assume someone is giving these ideas. Alright. Well, I'm gonna say that's the intro for now. That's fine. Alright. Now we're gonna move on. Do I want to do anything with the 3D logo? Do we want a 3D logo floating in the... What is it? Indicant's trial stage. You're the one giving my brother ideas, perchance. Oh no. Alright. I guess I can, so copy this layer. We'll see how it looks. Paste. Is it 3D? Why is the layer gone? Columns. Whoops, I did not mean to turn that off. Modes. Switches. Here we go. And why is that so wide? Whatever. Yeah, so it is a 3D layer. Okay. Position, move it over. Make it smaller. Probably make it white, do you reckon? I could make it colored. Why is it not colored? Man, I hate vectors. I only just started working with vectors. I don't know how it works. Geometry material. Whatever. Geometry, make it 3D. Can I spin it? I can. Okay. I don't know about the logo. That feels weird. Alright. Who's gonna be the host? We have Verdon chasing in the background for no reason. We've got Verdon. Who's the host? Do I just use my standard magpie, or do I have to make a new magpie? Also, I would love if I could figure out a way to, like, make an audience behind it, but that means I have to do a full 3D set, and that is not really viable. That's not possible, unfortunately. Imagine Yuri holding Bong Bong like Simba. I can imagine it. I could make it. I'm not going to. Don does not need a sign saying no. Alright. Magpie. What do I do? Is it just Magpie? I think it might just be the Magpie. The thing is, this is basically the same as the no uptie video, which is kind of annoying. Like, I'm better at animating now, but it's kind of the same thing. Don doesn't... No, I'm not saying Don doesn't support it. I'm saying she doesn't need to even advertise that she's such a supporter, but if anyone doesn't know, then it's their own fault, right? Yeah. I know, it's not about the magpie being the same as the problem. It's the... I've technically used this stage twice already, which I'm fine with reusing things, as it will be evident, because it saves me a lot of effort. But I mean, maybe it works as well, because I guess if anyone outside of the actual community sees it, they might recognize this. But also, that's kind of half the problem I'm having. I'm not sure what else in Limbus looks like a stage, though, that you'd present awards at. I should probably move the chandelier up as well, actually, because that's way too far down. I guess I didn't use spotlights in here. I can add lighting. So, layer new, light, spotlight. That's fine, yeah. Intensity 100%. Maybe. Give a magpie a cane so they can point at stuff. Maybe? Maybe. I mean, okay, I'll pull this back up, right? So this is what actually looks like... Did I just delete it? Where is it? You can see that, right? Yeah. So this is what the reveal looks like for the categories, right? They've got the logo. So that'll just be the Limbus logo. I can have text in the category next to it. That one place is in Hong 1 where they were picking the new hierarch. True. Maybe. Hold on. Let me take a look then. Let's see. So, assets, images, battle backgrounds, main story, Canto 8. Tikan Temple? No. That's too dark. The road? The road's pretty, but it's still a bit too dark. That's when you're chasing them. That's actually inside the temple, which doesn't look grandiose. Room of Honglu? No. Gate. Oh, that's the animation. Garden of Honglu? No. Final room? Oh. Wait. That could be cool. I could, like, add a podium somehow. I might have to draw the podium. But if I could use that. That looks sick. I could make that. The thing is, that's so many elements that I would have to be loading at once. No, I mean, the Game Awards has an audience, but this is just for nominations. Which doesn't. It's just like an edited video for the nominations. So, what if we can race against the wheels of... Yeah, okay. It's not a proper shitpost without effort. Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I'm so proud of the bloody Hey Show X. That Hey Show X video, I think, is bang on for an Apple commercial. The Hey Show 8, that was kind of throwaway. I wanted to get it over with so I could keep editing the next video. But then Hey Show X, I was like, okay, I could actually probably do this, like, properly. That was fun. It took, like, 2 whole days. The audience are cardboard cutouts. The thing is, if I turn around, the audience would just be in a black void. Because, like, if I turn off this light, like, if I'm not zoomed into the stage, this is what it looks like. I have to be zoomed into the stage. If I turn around at all, like, I need to have I have to design an entire set. Which I did for the the 360-degree video? It's cooked. It's difficult. Things do not work out well. And what if those... What do you mean you can't... Oh, true. I forgot I was covering it. And I gotta hide that as well. There we go. So if I'm... Yeah, if we're not zoomed in on the stage, it's just a black void, which means I have to make a 360 set, which is a lot of work, which is fine, but also it doesn't actually add anything when I can just be looking into this, right? Like, the actual awards video, they don't display that at all, right? It's just the logo, the nominees, with the moving background, and on the nominees I'm not going to be lingering on, because it's just going to be everything. And I'm not going to show literally every nominee. I could. The thing is, this isn't exactly a shit post. No, I can't. I don't want to use stock images. That's kind of the problem. I avoid it. Wait, he actually says Uma Musume. Wait.
Uma Masume, Pretty Derby.
Oh my
and
gosh,
Wuthering Waves. This year's nominees for Best Art Direction
That's
are
not Jeff, is it?
Clara Obscure, Expedition 33, Death Sume, Pretty Derby, Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Uma Masume, Pretty Derby.
Uma Musume. He has to elaborate. He has to very directly say it. Wuthering Waves. Are we some of the cardboard cutouts? I can't add the cardboard cutouts. Alright. I could make myself look like Jeff. I could... Wait, is that dangerous? Do I just cut out his hair and put it on the magpie? I would need a really good picture of his hair. But that's funny. That would be really funny to me. Can you make a nominee of worst view and guest view and just show the screenshot of the Discord? No, I'm not putting that in for... This video is not going to have anything that's actually, like, you know... The thing is, stuff like that could actually be against people's wishes, obviously. And it's not that I would do it if it wasn't for that. I don't know if I said that correctly, but whatever. Basically, no. We are not doing anything that could be insulting. Why is that dangerous? I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. But also, like, it's human hair on a magpie, and even then, I don't think there's going to be a good frame of his hair. Okay, I gotta put it in a tuxedo. Okay, I can put the magpie in a tuxedo. That's something I have to do later. Okay. Because I can just replace that whenever I want. So, is there a podium in Limbus? It's a real person. Actually, I guess a magpie kind of already is in a tuxedo. Reality isn't real. Yeah, fair enough. Yep, that's one way to look at it. Can there be a JPEG of Carmen somewhere in the vid? Yes, there literally can. Like, I can just have Carmen be nominated for something. Do I have a Carmen picture? I don't think I've downloaded Carmen before. I've got Camille. I've got his ego shard. I have Camille ego shards. I'll have to download Carmen, though. People that showered. No Carmen jump scare. What do we do? I feel like I need a podium, but I guess Jeff doesn't have a podium in the video. What if I crop my mouth saying the words and put it on the magpie beak? Howdy, ineffable. How do we do this? Because the thing is, I need the magpie to be moving constantly in a way that, quote unquote, is engaging. Like, I can move the camera fine, right? Like, I can change the position, change the point of view, the point of interest, and that'll work fine. I can make that work. It's just, I think the magpie needs to be moving, or there needs to be something else moving other than the camera. Carmen could steal the place of the host for one of the categories, like Best Distortion. You know what, maybe I could do Best Distortions. How many distortions did we have in the last year? I don't think there were any in Kanto 7. Not that I'm remembering off the top of my head. We got Hohenheim. We got the Arknights event. We got the horse event. What is it? Actually, no, I like that idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Pedro. I'll write that down. I like that. That's actually a category now. Alright. Best Distortion presented by Carmen. Okay. We have mares. Yeah, there's a few. Best designed character. Yeah, so these are the categories. Where is it? Text. These are the actual categories, and so I would consider... There you go. I would consider best design to be best official art, probably. Although, I guess that is only explicitly for IDs and ego. The thing is, if I add way too many categories, it's going to drag on and be basically the same thing. So I don't want too many. I guess best official art... I'll have to see. Because this is going to be a long form. I can move that over. Can I? Do I have that hidden anywhere? No, there's not really any place for it, because when I change scene, or if I use two cameras, then it hides. How do I make the magpie walk? Maybe I make Don ease into it. Yeah, that's better. Alright. I can tell a difference. I'm sure no one else can, but I can. Alright. So I need the magpie to be a bit lower into the ground. Oh, here's a trick. If you want to try doing stuff in 3D, you can see how that's clipping, right? But I want the magpie to be that far. Like, if I want the magpie to be behind these curtains, but still have its foot not in the ground, or something like that, what you can do is layer, new. Is it adjustment layer? I think adjustment layer works. And there you go. So what that does is that square is now separated from the other squares. And the magpie foot, if I hide the adjustment layer, it goes back into the ground. That's how I can make things always appear on top of other layers. Howdy, Carmen. Talking about me, Nancy. There you go. That's if anyone wants to try and recreate anything. And now I've moved the camera. Why did I move the camera? There we go. Alright. Carmen yeeting Wolfcliff at Crow to transition to best distortion. How does that work? That could work. I could make that happen. I could just make Wolfcliff just hurtle out of the screen, like through there and bowl over the magpie. Best Dante noise. The thing is, I don't think we've had any new Dante noises in the last year. This has to be stuff from ever since Kanto 7. Specifically IDs and egos, mainly. I might make more categories based upon actual characters that aren't playable, etc. later, but, you know. Do you still have the wings for Kanto 4? The wings. I think so. I think they're somewhere. I don't know where I would have saved them, though. I'm sure they're somewhere. Best Dante quote. The thing is, these best Dante quotes and, like, best other things. Because if I have open answers, that means I have to manually go through and collate them and try and figure out if things match, right? Because people are going to write things differently. That's kind of a problem with having open responses. You clearly do not pay as much attention to Dante as I do. Apparently not. Like, I do... There should be some sort of free response, and I'll see if it gets anywhere. But the thing is, if I have that, then it's expected to be in the results, right? Which, if it's just not possible for me to collate all of the responses into a winner, then, you know, like, I feel like it just shouldn't have been asked in the first place. Alright, so I guess what I have to do is I have to use the editable magpie. So we go... Because I can move the eye. The eye is fine. Animation, bird eye, bird pupil, squint eye, bird. Here we go. So we drag those in. Pre-comp, bird, layers. We can go in here, make this all smaller, but it fits. Oh, this is the one where I changed my neck. Oh well, that's fine. There we go. So we have the magpie with the movable eyes now. Best Crow-Pie Noise nominations. Don't worry, you'll get your version of that later. Since only the sinners can hear Dante, you could make the nominees for Best Dante quote just a bunch of clock emojis. That could work. 12 o'clock circus. 1 o'clock circus, 2 o'clock circus, 3 o'clock circus, or just Dante. Alright. Main is fine. I come back to that later. That's coming back later. Okay, that works. So let's make that 3D. Make it smaller. Move it back. Throw the magpie back. Throw it back for me, magpie. Did I really whiff that hard? There we go. Alright, move it up. Gotta make it a bit smaller. Hide the old magpie. Best status keyword. Okay, so what I could do for the grand entry of the magpie... Yeah, that could be stupid. That works. Alright, so if I land like here. So I say position there. I start up here. And then ease in. Does that work? Okay, cool. And then what I'm gonna do is let's add it to... Can I add effects to a null layer? I don't know if I've tried that before. Null object. Slider control. I can, cool. Alright, so camera, null, rename, camera sliders. So, what I can do is have the earth shake when the magpie lands. Because I can't fly, I'm just going to flop onto the ground dramatically. Best status nominees. Charge, unique charge number 1, unique charge number 2, unique charge number 3. Just to have every version of charge feasible. So, camera, transform, position? Yeah, position. Wiggle. Welcome to how I make the camera shake. Whoops, Oh, wait, what? Oh, I gotta have this open, that's right. It's been a while, Wiggle. Drag that over here. Camera? Comma. It's a comma. There we go. So now, and then we keyframe these. We preempt it. Always anticipate things. That's what I'm starting to figure out. So we go into the camera sliders, you move those back one, change this to how many times a second is it going to pulse? Like 30 dramatically, and then ease into 0. That's not dramatic enough, and it doesn't last long enough. So it needs to be further and less frequent. So 20, 120. And then I need to make a shockwave coming out from underneath me. Okay. That works. So. Move the magpie pupil. Let's just keyframe that so I know where the default position... Actually, I don't care about the default position. I only care about what I do. So let's move it into the center. Okay, I can also make the camera move in. So let's start with the camera being here. And then it's going to zoom in on the magpie eye. There we go. How does that go? So let's make that go faster. Let's have this just zoom in. Why is that so slow? I got to separate dimensions. Ease out, ramp, ease in, deny. Oh, it lost the wiggle. Man, this is something I don't like, but I can't change those lines without it. Obviously. Tremor bursting. Yeah. Maybe it's got to be the other way around. Maybe that's better. Nope. Oh my gosh, I forgot to hold shift. Okay. Have it a bit slower. Little ease out. Yep, cool. I guess I can... Can I wiggle all of these at once? Surely. Wiggle. Pick whip. That. Pick whip. That. And does it wiggle now? Okay, that looks stupid. But I'll trust the process. Okay, so maybe not 120. Why is that 120? That shouldn't be that high. Maybe it should be. So make that less dramatic. That's kind of fine. Howdy, gents. Howdy, howdy. I mean, it's the first one in a while regardless, so I don't think you've missed any since then, really. You've been conducting the train still. Rojin walking with each step the ground shakes. See, I could, but also, I think this... Kind of my problem is that the actual video that I'm trying to semi-loosely base it off of... Howdy, Quaddle. What I'm trying to loosely base it off of is kind of standard. Sorry, not standard. Like, it doesn't have so many moving parts, right? Because they list the nominees, they show his face, they list the nominees, they show his face. It's just that on repeat, right? That makes sense. Alright, I guess I can work with the transition now, right? So where is it? Main comp. Main. And then I'm working on Indicant stage. There we go. Where is 6 seconds? There. Oop. There we go. Don't know what the transition exactly will be just yet. I gotta fix that still, because that's annoying me. What is the agenda for today? So, the agenda for today is edit. We're gonna do this for Limbus Awards. we're gonna do the Limbus Awards. Basically, we're gonna have a poll. Not a poll. We're gonna have a Google Doc. People are gonna choose their best favorite ideas in all the categories and all that, and blah 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 blah. This is the video announcing them. It's a parody of the Game Awards, basically, but for Limbus content in the last year. That's the plan. And so I'm editing the intro in a moment. I gotta fix the background. This is not gonna be the final background because it doesn't really fit. I think it has to be a bit darker. And I think maybe a bit more fancy. But that's the plan. So we've got, in the top left, a list of things that I have to do. We have to make a logo, which will be appearing, which is going to be based off of this. So we've got the Limbus logo. I think it's 3D as well. I can add depth to it. That'll work. We'll see what happens there. And then everything else up there. We've got the categories mostly, apart from what's going to, be suggested, really. Farewell, Ineffable. Thanks for joining. The sync, that's right. Do I like the Indicans trial stage? I do. I think it's a really cool set, right? Because I can go in here, like, it's got a lot of layers, and it looks cool, right? I do think it's a problem that I don't think it's a problem, but I'm not the happiest that I am using it again, because I have used it technically twice now, right? Because I used it in the Up to 1 video, and I used it in the 360-degree video. The 360-degree video, I used it because it made sense. Okay, by making sense, I mean, it was the first proper 3D set that I did, I think. Apart from one in the... I think I made Faust attack Yuri's apple. This is the first actual 3D set, and I was like, okay, I'm making like 4 different 3D sets. I'm just going to use one I already have to make my workload a lot easier. I'm using it here because I'm kind of, like, it makes sense as potentially the only other stage. It was suggested I could potentially use one of the things from Kanto 8. I reckon this stage could look cool as well, but the lighting is a bit too all over the place. Like, I can remake this scene, because this is an actual 3D scene of the game. They actually have walls on the side. So I can make that. But the lighting feels a bit too cluttered. Like, there's way too much going on, is kind of the problem here. I didn't actually finish looking at the other Kanto 8 ones, that's right. So what else was there? There was the final room. Fight ring first. Maybe? Fathoms of Laboratory. Oh, right. Corridor? No. H-Corp, maybe. Alright. So maybe I could redo this one, but I think it's a bit too cluttered. That's all. What if we use for 2D pies of VTuber model? I thought about trying to rig that before. Are these from game files or did I make them? So, how it works. Let me get a black backdrop. Here we go. So, how it works is in the game files, let's say Indicans Trial. So this is what the Indicans Trial looks like in the game files. Okay, hold on. Not all at once. So, like, this is one, and there's, like, bunches of different pieces in there, right? And then you've got this, then you've got this, and, like, all of these are in the same file. So how I make these is, for example, for the stage, where do I go? Let's go over here. Zoom out. I crop all of them out into their individual files, and then I manually place them in a 3D environment. So we've got stuff like the chandelier I can turn on and off. I can make all of these layers disappear, and then that's what it looks like. Like, I can change them, I can move them. I can make them flip up like in the Indicans Trial animation. But yeah, that's how that works. I thought about maybe doing the flip up, but I think just based on how I'm currently picturing the transition from the title screen, that's how it's going to be. 2D Pie is kind of cool. We can actually animate Crow Pie. Yeah, I like being able to animate the eye. I've been working more on that. It's a lot of it's so much effort for some reason to do this eye, but whatever. Also, why is part of the black parts transparent? What? Is that always the case? Apparently. Okay, I just never noticed that. There you go. I clearly don't look too hard into my eyes. Did Virgil clip Crow's wings? Yep. No, not allowed to fly no more. Alright. So let's say copy all that. Go over. Oh no, that's for sliders. Wait, so where's the camera? We don't want that to move just yet. Why is this only 6 seconds? I thought I made this like 3 minutes. Actually, no, I didn't. That's right. Okay. 2:29, 59. No, 2:59. There we go. There we go. Control A. Whoop. That one eye emoji, these are so funny for no reason. Like, I can make him squint and all that. Let me think. Is that in... I'm thinking if I can show a part of the next video. I can't because it's in Premiere, not After Effects. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely finding a way to shill contempt warning somewhere. I have to. I feel bad for the person that helped make it, because, like, I got someone to write the back music for me, right? And, like, we were using... Like, they worked hard on that. They did a really good job with the backing music. But then it ended up being, like, one of the lower performing videos, which doesn't really matter, but it feels like I failed them by that, so it's a bit interesting. Yeah, Dobby, yeah. Which, you know, it would help if Dobby, you know, went and played the game. It's still trying to force them into it, but, you know, it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened. They did the tutorial and for about an hour and then got lost and they haven't returned to it for like 3 months. And so I'm trying to force them into it again. So, but, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think it's cool. I think I might make a no pregnant version, which is I can't believe that's a sentence I'm saying. I think I might make a no pregnant version, which maybe is just the middle minute where I'm actually singing. Yeah, oh yeah, getting into Limbus comedy is difficult, yeah. Absolutely. But we'll see. So I gotta go back to the main. I need the audio to be out here instead. C... Mute, main, paste. Transition. Alright, so we start... It's at 9... Wow, what is the tempo? 80. I guess that lines up a lot better than I thought it would. Alright, so we start zooming out here. Camera. And then we revert it back to here. Ease out. And then move these probably a bit further forwards. No, what is going on there? That's better. Ease in. There we go. Why not add a moment where your silly just raises up their wings? Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? Who's Jesse? What? Wait, am I missing something? I'm seeing your messages. I'm missing something. I think I didn't do Canto 8 for a long while because I didn't feel interested in reading the Intervallo. Yeah. Like 3 separate times and different times until you finally decided it. Yeah. I mean, I got into it. I didn't have issues getting into it, which was interesting. Oh, Breaking Bad. Yeah, I should have known that, but also I still have not seen Breaking Bad. One day, I swear. The only reason I wanted to play Limbus in the first place was to find Compass in the dungeon. If only I knew. Yep, that's a dangerous place. There we go. Alright. Transition. What if I make the magpie mouth move? I can make it talk. That would be an absurd amount of effort to make it sync to whatever I'm saying. Because I've already got the script, basically. The script is very easy. The forbidden Roblox into Limbus pipeline. What? You cannot tell? This is the wing. That's where it begins. Down there is its body. This is edited because I moved its head up so it was looking more towards the camera, but generally about there is where its wings are. Pipeline. Oh, right, yes. Make it like a Muppet. Just put my hand up the Crowpie's bum. Oh, that's right. I had a spotlight in here. How does this work? Okay, so if I turn on the spotlight, do I want the spotlight? No, I feel like it's fine without it. I can have it for a cinematic reveal of like Carmen doing the thing later for the Carmen hosted one, right? You meant with the mouth do like Big Bird. I thought they were synced. Wait, what? I thought Big Bird's mouth was synced. Don't ruin that for me. I'm assuming that Big Bird's mouth was synced. Where does the music pick up again into the guitar? 12 seconds. Wow. Is it really 4 bars every 3 seconds? It is. Oh, that makes this so much easier. Because everything is just on the beat. Like, every 3 seconds is the beat. So that's a beat. Yeah. Wow, okay. Oh yeah, the wings are pretty hard to tell for this magpie. I do have other magpie pictures, but you know. Alright, so. Alright, what about if so I gotta make the center of that be the center of the eye, have the center of this be the center of the eye again. So that means that's where it's gonna grow out of if I ever scale it up like that. Nope. Alright, there's that. What was my script? Hello, everybody. Because the script is very much based on what Jeff says in the video. How do I have like I need to have like a screen. So I need to make like a television over here that like I can point to. But I need to not... Like, I could do the curtain reveal thing again, but I've already done that. I should have like a screen pop down from... Oh, wait, I could just have a screen come down. So if I have the chandelier rise up... Have the chandelier rise up, that makes more room for... Whoops, that's way too much. Have that go up there. Bring that over so that I'm not lost. Ease that out. And I have to separate the dimensions again. I hate that I can't just have that as a default. Whoops. No, that's got to be straight. There we go. Alright. Ooh, that was... What's that called? Reflux? That was fun. There we go. Have that go at about the same time. Nice. And then I can have the magpie flip around, have a screen drop down from the ceiling, and then zoom in on the screen for the animations. I think that works. The transition to the Carmen segment should use the same glitchy static effects that are used in the story. I can do that. I've been working on that. It's getting there. Oh my gosh. I've had my phone plugged in this entire time. It hasn't been charging, apparently. That's great. Give the magpie a name tag where this little text that says, yeah, I can give it a name tag. I don't want... Nah. Like, I want to do it. But I feel like this should be semi-serious. Because the thing is, I do want people to actually try filling out the form, right? If I just make it dumb off the bat, it loses so much meaning. And, like, obviously, not that it actually has meaning, really, ultimately, in the first place. But, you know. It's for Ryoshu Gregor image. Also, by the way, this is legitimately the rate at which I normally basically work. I think it's been it's been an hour and a half and I've made like 10 seconds of video. That's how long this shit takes because I procrastinate so much. Also, I guess I am reading. So it is, I would do more normally. There we go. Hello, everybody. No, I need to be speaking constantly. Yuri versus Yowie is for so unserious. Take ideas from Nancy. She is so much more serious. What do you mean? You say that Nancy is so much more serious, and then immediately Aubrey's just like, Tuna, can Yuri and Bong Bong be in the background just staring curiously? Rendering will take even more, don't worry. Yeah. Oh boy, you should see how long the bloody... Oh god, rendering is cooked. I mean, I've already rendered this part. This part's fine. That's fine. That's easy. Yeah, I can add Easter eggs, but the Easter eggs have to come after I actually get the base down. I gotta animate so much still. This isn't even done. Like, that transition from the Limbus logo I want to fix. I need to figure out a way to do that properly. I guess maybe it's probably the background that's doing it wrong still. But oh well. Sneak in HOD for me somewhere, I beg. That HOD has not been released in the last year. That's kind of a limiting factor with all this. You have to add a little knickknacks to look for the attention span. Like, this isn't... I wasn't planning on people watching the entire thing, because God knows nobody watched the actual entire video. It's 10 minutes of, like, nothing. I mean, like, the Carmen thing's cool. It's gonna be more stuff like the Carmen thing, yeah. Which is why I need the magpie to move, other than just its eye. So I guess I do give it a cane. Do we have a cane? Is there a cane asset in Limbus? Does anyone hold a cane? Yeah, but silly stuff needs to come afterwards as well as half the issue. Alright. I have the contempt frame. Where's that? No uptie UI? Or is it VFX? Banners? No. Overlay? No. Custom? No. Is it in VFX? Text frames. Here we go. I have this. I can have this frame things. Which, if you can't tell, is what chat's framed by. Maybe I get rid of the bottom spike so it's less bulky at the bottom. Or maybe I could have it upside down. So it's like grasping it. That could work. That could be like the screen border. Yeah, I kind of like that. It doesn't really fit with this... But it kind of fits with me, right? It makes sense that it's a me thing. Looks schizophrenic trying to fight air with a modified pool stick. Yep. Tremor Hongler's weapon. That's true. It could be a bow... What's a bow tie? What do you need a bow tie for? Wait, what? Oh, a bow tie. You're still going on about for supremacy. Oh, true. Teacup Otis as well. Did I download Teacup Otis? I don't think I have. Sinners, Otis... I don't. Let's see the cane. Sprites, Sinners, Wheatus, IDs, T-Corp. Yeah, that's a cane. That works. Yeah, okay. Alright, I will download that and I'll have to edit that later because that requires Photoshop. I think I like this being a frame for like a TV screen. I feel like that works. Oh, whoops, that's not even in the... Whoops. It's gotta be in here. Not the supremacy. What you're talking about the chat frame. Make it smaller and put it on the magpie. It kind of works like a bow tie. Oh, make the chat frame a bow tie? Let's see. Bird layers. Frame. Why do I even do that? I just gotta type in the numbers anyway. Position, scale. Kind of, yeah. If I trim it a bit, I can make it. I can edit it into a bow tie. That could be cool. It's. I think the long arms is a bit. Hmm. I mean, what if I linear wipe? No, I'd have to change it. It's a bit too straight. It's kind of like a gold chain. I'm part of the middle now. I mean, that's kind of cute. It doesn't really fit, but like... maybe. That's gonna keep growing as well. Okay. So 12 seconds. Get the bird wow, this doesn't last long. I gotta fix that. We go. Nick and stage, make that longer, so I actually exist the entire time. 12 seconds, 6 seconds on the dot, cool. There's nothing is too straight. Sorry, yes. So around here is where I want the bird to be flipping around to be next to a screen and pointing at things. So here is where I would do this. And then I gotta do the scale as well. Unlink it. -36. Change the rotation on the y-axis. So the rotation has to ramp. All of it has to ramp, really. So I need to separate that preemptively. It was the Y position there, right? Yeah, there we go. Fade out. Come on. That looks a bit too static, though. I don't know how to move the bird naturally like that. Because I can't really make it, like, bounce along to walk around. Because I want it to be flipped horizontally. I guess it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? I've got to release this in, like, 2 days. So I don't think that's... If you're doing gold chains, might as well give him the Fun So hat. Yeah. Views a video of... I do have real magpie videos. I don't think it's of this exact magpie. I was looking for my phone. It's in my hands. I could rotoscope a bird. That would be funny. How does that look over here with the music? That's fine. The music kind of covers it. I will need to use an adjustment later to make the bird always appear, though. Use wings as a transition hider. Yeah. If I have... Because I'm going to have the screen come down, right? Because when it's here, that's when I'm going to get the Otis cane, right? Because you can't tell. You're not going to see the cane just magically appear when I'm flipping over like that. I can make it wiggle, yeah. What if I just make it go up? It doesn't really work with how I've got the easing. I mean, That's a fine. Like, this is currently a template. I'll see if I can make it perfect later. But also, I might just leave it as it is. Because we're going to have the screen come down. Do we want the contempt frame around a screen where I can point to? Or do I need a different frame? PowerPoint style transition. Okay, don't say that. Come on. That one viewer watching negative speed seeing the cane magically appear. Yep. No, you won't be able to tell. It's all going to be too smooth. It's kind of a problem. I could have the lights cut out. Make it spin a little more, then make it return to the original destination. Return to the original destination. I mean, I also haven't moved the camera yet, because I think the camera is probably going to have to go from, like, let's say, it's over here. Point of interest. Orientation, is it? No, it's just point of interest, isn't it? Yeah. So let's go back over here, because, like, if the screen's going to come down, like... Oh, it's rendering. That's too static. That's got to be sharper. Maybe? I'm honored would vote. Yeah, they've been doing polls in the Discord, and I've not been checking it for a while now, and I don't really want to. Yeah. Maybe, like, yeah, overshoot on the spin. I think probably the other thing that could help is if I actually eased in instead as well, as opposed to just rapidly stopping. You can't really tell. I mean, like, I see it. Oh, that was a bit better. Well, actually, no, you can't even tell at all. Yeah. Howdy, username. Is it just got I forgot? Yeah. Why do you need to ruin it? What do you mean? I also haven't got, like, I've got to add just generic wiggle to the camera in the first place anyway. So it's not just static. A lot of that does help, I've discovered, so what if I make this like that and then ease in? Move that out further. That's going out way too slowly now, so we've got to change this and move that back in. Which means this can be further back. Nope. Don't like that. I think this one was probably the closest. That's too immediate as well. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. I must fix my vote. What do you mean? Yeah, I've got wings. I haven't cropped them out ever before, though. That's kind of half the issue. I don't have the picture of the wings directly. Also, yes, Virgilius clipped them. That's lore now, apparently. That's canon. Yeah, let's see. So, make that ease in. Yeah, that's better. All right. Cool. So now I gotta get the screen. Am I using... I'm trying to listen to the music in my head. When does the music actually change? Because when the music changes is when I have to start the whole... And that's where I can say the name of it. Okay, so it's at 24 seconds. So I have 18 seconds to yap before I have to start getting into the categories. Do I have to timestamp that now since it's canon? Yeah, I'll figure out the sliding. I'm not spending any more time on the sliding thing because I will fix it later. This is just currently knowing what I want to happen on the screen. Because, like, I have to fix the transition from the logo here. I have to change the easing of the shapes and make it a bit more natural. I have to redo the background. I'm fine with this part, I think. Maybe it keeps growing for a bit. And then it covers the entire screen, goes into this, and then fades into Don chasing across. There has to be a transition there. My eyes got to shrink there. And then that's going to be the flip as the screen comes down. So what am I saying here? This is just yapping about the community. Saying the eligibility period. How am I going to say this all in 18 seconds? I don't know if I can. Maybe I have to cut out a part of it. Is that Big Bro Crow? Basically. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Although, it's actually just the chat frame I made. That's all it is. Where is it? It's just this image. Just turned into a bow tie as suggested by Pip. No, it's not. I love the community. Where is it? Every year, never before, we come together, phrasing, as a community of sleeper agents to celebrate a game that is special to us all, Limbus Company. We look forward to everybody sharing their objectively correct opinions on the best ideas, worst ego, and the funniest Kim Ji-hoon moments that Project Moon has shared with us throughout the last year. Crow Pie hate? When does that come from? Oh, I see. Alright. Good night, Chance. Thanks for joining. Sleep well. Why did you bring a crow pie into the bus? It seemed to be as strong as a sinner, though it thought Ricardo's solo and seemed to cover up. My tongue. My poor tongue. Alright. I don't know how I'm going to say that all so quickly. Is there somewhere else I can do it? Not really. That is where I have to transition to the actual nominations. Interesting. Become a rapper? I can. I could do the whole or contempt thing. Actually, hold on, let's see. Where is it? Can I do the or contempt thing still? Where's my lyrics? I did write them out eventually. Actually, it's in the video description. Why am I looking through my history? Switch back to that. Where's the video? I can't believe I spent the time to write out the lyrics for that. Because I didn't... Like, that whole part at the end, I didn't write it down beforehand. I just started saying the words in random orders until it worked. Gaze... Gaze, contempt, or contempt, spiral of contempt, gaze, contempt, all, beholding, gaze, and it shall contempt, all, contempt, and gaze, compounded, contempt, going way too fast. That was not how fast it actually was. Gaze contempt, contempt, spiral of contempt, gaze contempt, or beholding gaze, and it shall contempt all. Contempt and gaze compounded, contempt penetrated, gaze or contempt of the gaze of contempt, contemptuous thing be awed. There we go. The thing is, I'm not doing it to the music, because something I don't want to do is try and add lyrics to Limbus songs, personally, because quite obviously everyone knows the song is better without lyrics made by some random person on the internet, right? Yeah, that's literally the joke passings. It was meant to be content warning. It's not meant to be. It's a pun on content warning. That was part of it. And I was like, contempt warning, because I say contempt like 37 times in the video. That's legitimately the half the joke on the name. I'm happy someone figured it out. Unless I already said that, in which case you're just pulling it up. I'm in awe. It. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the content frame. Alright, I've decided. So, bring this in. Make it 3D. Make it upside down. 180. Whoops, no, that's not right. It's X rotation. 180. Make it smaller. Change the angling slightly. Move it up. So it needs to be in front of that, but behind that. So I got to change that angle a bit. But now it's in front of the crow pie. So I can move it back a bit. This is half of the issue with bloody 3D design. Here we go, and then move it up. That's coming through my skull. So I've got to change the angle a bit further. Because I do want it to be angled. And then move it back more. Does that work? I think that works. Not clipping into anything? Is that clipping through? No. It just... Is it? It looks like it is. Oh, it is a bit. Okay. So come forwards a bit more. There we go. Okay. A little higher? Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, yeah, I only just looked down. Me when I'm feeling contemptuous. So I want the screen. So if I do new comp from selection, rotate it 180, and then move that over. And then get rid of that rotation. There we go. Wait, why is it like that now? No. Why? Oh, okay, right. So it's got to be 9.6 this way. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I can put whatever I want, which is probably going to be... Well, let's just get a... Do I have some sort of export? Where is it? Stream... No, archive... Next video... After Effects... Smash? I've got the Kaya sequence. So that's got to go behind... I need to trim it into shape is half of the issue here. So let's double that. And I gotta make a mask. Actually, no, I don't need to double it. I just need to make a mask. Okay. So, pen tool. This is gonna go well, having videos be masked with a really random shape. Oh, wow. You ever heard of performance issues? Through there. So it's got to be up a bit still. Yeah, maybe that's fine. Nah, it's not. I'll have to fix it. Wow, torture. I had a mini magpie. I could. I do have a picture of a different magpie that I have been meaning to use for something, but I haven't figured it out yet. Here we go. That works. Alright, that's not perfectly straight at the bottom there, but there we go. So now I can say... Does that move the mask? It does. That's annoying. So I gotta have this up here first. And then I can... No. Let's go here, masks, mask path. There we go. I'm not too fussed about... does it have to be... I don't have it on my computer yet, no, so I can't show it. Are all of the chatters like different birds like we are all corvids? That is lore that you can build on your own. I don't have an answer for that yet. You gotta, like, unanimously... Holy crap, that word is hard to say. Unanimously agree for that. Right, that's not just something I can decide. I mean, it is technically. I am, ruler of this little section of the internet. But, like, yeah. Okay, so how's this gonna look in the actual thing? Oh, wow, I didn't even have that. Okay, so... Oh, my beak was going through it. Fuck. I guess I move a magpie. I can move the magpie forwards a bit. That is kind of just an easier solution that I've been avoiding for some reason. Yeah, that works. Go back to Z and move me forward. There we go. Well, I guess I don't really have to do that, but still. Howdy again, Quaddle. You Nando Mouse. Yes. That is... I thought you were saying something else, but then I realized that you're making fun of me. But yeah. Alright, so it starts coming down about here. Contempt frame, position up. Actually, no, I want it to begin about here. I want it to be in time with what's happening. So there we go. So that starts higher, ends over here. No, why is... I don't get why it does both of them sometimes. So that can be ease in, make it more... What's the word? I don't know. Whatever. You know, I gotta make it nice and smooth. That's a bit too smooth. That takes too long. That's a bit better. It's still kind of fast, but it has to be under beat. That kind of works, but it's covering so much of a screen. I think I have to make it instead, so... How do I fix that? They hit Ricardo's nips. No. Don't you dare make a brain rot version of it, John. Ricardo and Lei Heng should kiss. Welcome back. With the amount of warnings Limbus has, we can't keep... Yeah, like, that's kind of half of what saves me. I'm pretty sure I don't have to give warnings. People know the warnings list in Limbus, so... I'm not sure. Whoops, no, not that one. This one. So I want the top of the screen to be visible, but that's really tall order. I need it to be in line. How do I do this? I guess I can just have, like, a bit of a background. So why is that not centered? I thought I would have centered that when I made it. Here we go. I can. I will burn. Yeah, burn the brain rot version. Ricardo nips should be a warning. True. That's how it should really be. How... Maybe it's got to be smaller. Like, it has to be visible still. I mean, that's kind of fine. If I use this, I do have a different version of it. UI, overlay. No, where was it? Where did I save it? I just got this earlier. Where did I get it from? Inventory icons, Illustrator, emotes, ego, custom, combat? No. Banners? No. Main menu. Overlay? No. Spring cultivation? Definitely not. Trigger warning? No, where did I get this from? Text frames, that's right. Okay, I got this version. So I can delete that, try swapping it with this, and then move the smash on top. Does that look better? Kind of, not really. The top part needs to be empty. I'd like to let you know that I can take them both, but not okay. Thanks, Nezu. I really love that input. Says all the warnings in Limbus, but it's all clock sounds, and it's like, well, hey, they clicked on a Limbus bit. I think they already, yeah. I mean, yeah, basically. Just Dante appears with a spread of a spread of shit. What? A spread of paper. A piece of paper. My brain is really failing today. Absolute lust resonance. 203, so I remember where to okay, right. You don't have, like, a notepad or something? Is that just because it's half-rendered? It's half-rendered, right? Yeah. Okay, that looks so much better when it's full-rendered. Yeah, so it's directly on 24, so that's where it has to cut. Wow, I do not have long. This whole intro thing is kind of half the issue. Hello, everybody. Does it really have to be smaller? I don't want it to be so small. I guess I have to get the layers. Okay, file, import, file, no uptime, VFX, text frames, contempt frame. Editable layer styles. Here we go. Is that it? No. Rectangle? Kind of. I want the top part to be empty. Sorry, I want the... Well, yeah, it's going to be the top part. I guess I can just do it manually. I can do it again in After Effects. That's kind of fine. Is it? Apples. Yeah, I could end it with the bloody Walpurgis slop version. No. Good point. How does the video end? It's just a QR code. I guess it's just text on screen. Okay. Can this be bigger? No, I feel like that's fine. It has to be fine. I feel like the magpie should actually land on the beat, right? That does make more sense. But then I have to reshift that last part, which I guess does give me more time. Yeah, I know the one, Pep. Yep, I know. Yeah, that works. All right. So let's shift all of this back over. How does that go? Also, by the way, this is not actually going to be the video that plays there. It's just so I know what's going on and so it's visible. Although it does kind of fit. But unfortunately it's for the next video, so I'm not going to include that. I need to finish the Encarta slaved crowplay. Slaved? Enslaved? Why am I enslaved? What do you mean? That was kind of off. It feels slightly off, but I guess that's just I have to redo the animation. That's fine. I'm fine with the screen coming down like that. That works. And then the screen can start going up. And then it's just Magpie and it nods or some bullshit. And then it transitions. Alright. I'm seeing it. I guess it kind of... So, the next part is animating the title... Sorry, the categories, but... that I want to use the same background for that, but I'm using over here. As in, not this background, but the background that I would be using, which means I have to design that now. Why can't you use the wings? What wings? The Magpie wings. I could make them flap, but like... I don't think I quite see the vision for the wings as half a problem. I could make them flap to, like, make it bounce over, but... I don't know. The thing is, I also only have 2 days to make this, because it's got to be out on the 1st. So I don't want to add too much. Which also means I have to lock the fuck in for the weekend. Which is a problem because I'm like busy basically all of tomorrow. And I've got to prepare the rest of Canto 5, which was going to be today, but then something came up tomorrow, so I was like, okay, well, I can't do it now. But we are going to use your fish, which is kind of why I don't have fishing either at the moment, because I've currently got a scene in OBS that is set up, well, in the process of being set up with the new version of fishing. So... which we'll be testing for the Canto 5 stream. I think it's better. I think it's better. Is it canon that Ryoshi helped Virgil snip? I think so? I don't know what I can do anymore. So the camera's going to keep swinging there for a bit as opposed to just doing that. It's too static otherwise. So what, it's 18 seconds. So here we go. So that's where the camera stops swinging. That works. If you only think so, I'm not doing it. Okay, yeah, don't... I mean, the timestamp is up to you. You may decide whether you do it or not, because I think if that's the metric, then it would need to be more seriously thought about, right? We need to establish some proper law, and I don't know if doing it in the heat of a... Okay, obviously that's kind of funny, but like... Because if there's just so many conflicting stories, that would be very funny, actually. So at 18 seconds is when the screen goes back up as well. I managed to perfectly pause there. So, screen going up here. And then just afterwards is where it finishes going back up. So copy that one, paste, Control F9, drag that out. That disappears very quickly. Really? That fast? That doesn't feel right. But it has to be on the beat. Virgil asked her to slice the wings off. She did such a good job with it. You can see, barely tell it lost its wings. Yep, I would agree with that. Everyone has their own theories and stories, but none are confirmed. Exactly. If there's like 10 conflicting stories, that'll be so good. I mean, it's the first category. Gary as a slug. Faust is a chicken. I don't think I can fit them all into 4 seconds. That's not going to happen. Huh. Oh yeah, I gotta figure out a way to make the magpie, because I want it back into center before we transition here. Awards Crow possibly only had one of their wings cut off. If I'm gonna use the wing of the magpie, I have to go into Photoshop, which is not something I can do right now anyway. Tilt it a bit left so it looks less like a chain. I was kind of liking it looking like a chain. Let's see. I'll back it up in case, but tilt it to the left. So like this. Like that. Yeah, I don't like that it's going off the side. It still looks like a chain. It's because of the white patch being so perfectly placed. If I flip it, I mean, I could. No, not dupe that, dupe this. So if I do. Move that there. Whoops, I did not mean to open that. Duplicate that. No, did I duplicate anything there? No. Duplicate that, change the direction, move it across. Is that more like a bow tie? That's more like a bow tie, isn't it? It's like a little brooch. Is the magpie so perfect? Why is it so perfect? It's kind of like a bow tie. Kind of. Yeah, I think the chain looks better. Was that the chain? No, it was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was that one. Alright. Whoops. I was zoomed in real far there. Was that it? I don't remember which one it was. Okay, I'm just Control-Zing. Yeah, okay, that was it. Okay. It just looked different now. Maybe it's got to be tilted a little less now. I don't know. That's alright. This crow's nickname should be the Black Silence. Basically, howdy, Symph. Symphonic. Okay, Symph. If I just truncate it to Symph, it sounds a little strange. Symphonic. Brown, brown. It's for pronunciation, literally, and my pronunciation for just anything is always terrible. Alright. Nick and stage. Anything else I want to do in here? I don't know. I feel like that works. It's as if you say it like simp. Steal a wing from a magpie. The thing is, this is my magpie picture. I exclusively want to use pictures of magpies that I myself have taken. That's a bit of my issue, the dark quietness. That's like the fanfic version. There's no way I can get through everything I wanted to say in 18 seconds. That is not happening. But it needs to. Unless I remix the song. I could make that guitar riff go on for longer. I could make that go on longer. An audition. That works. Whilst gooting to my Marvel rival skin. Okay. Great. I mean, at least you were cognitive during that moment. Well done. That's impressive. Why not my creations, Joke SJ? Alright, so I'm just gonna, for now, where's 18 seconds? So where's the magpie? Get the layers at a magpie, revert it. Back to this. Maybe it doesn't need to spin. I think that's fine, so we can just get rid of the scale one. I'll fix it. It's not going to be sliding around in the actual video. I will have to fix it. This is just getting the motion down. And it's got to take longer. It's got to take a lot longer. Like that, and then ease in much nicer. That looks weird, but it's just turning. Ricardo to write my name in his book of inventions, just saying, well, you got aspirations. That's respectable, right? Yeah. He caught me. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern with, yeah. Okay. Okay, so then the curtains on the beat can pull open to the actual screen, and I zoom into the screen. That works. And then it becomes full screen. Because I can do that transition. That works, that's cool. Ricardo probably wrote me in a book because I'm in way too many fandoms. You're not dedicated enough to them. That's the problem. But 24 seconds, here we go. So I gotta figure out which layers are these back ones. Oh, is it that one? Nope. Background curtain? No. Backdrop. It's a backdrops, okay. Position, multiple dimensions. Then keyframe. Okay, we go back over here. We say slide away. I'm gonna have to do the same effect as last time. That one's moving way too fast. So what is it? 599? That work? No, it's got to be 499. So minus 400, plus 400, 2070. Gotta ease out. I gotta do the warp later, which is gonna take a lot of time, so I gotta do that manually. It's also that I'm not currently straight on, so I'm gonna have to fix that with the camera. Curtains of darkness. That's really annoying. I actually have to center the camera for this. Where does it begin? Over here. I think it was here? No, that's for Magpie. I just copied the Magpie's position. That's not what I want. Wait, what? Eh? Oh, that was the contempt rate. Where's the camera? I hid the camera. Why did I hide the camera? Okay, it's not going to be jank like this. This is just for my sanity, so I can see this scene when it's balanced. That's more balanced. Yep, okay. Cool. Alright. Where's the background mute? Everybody left. Yeah. That's fine. I'm working. That's what matters. It's more about making sure I actually get this done. Although it is about lunchtime, so I think I'm almost done for now anyway. Oh yeah, the background music has been gone for like 3 hours almost. It's been gone since it started. Basically. It died very quickly because I got... Fine. Because it started playing this. And that did not fit. Like... It does not fit. And if I keep playing the video, you keep hearing the Arcanite's music anyway. Yeah, dramatic music. Is that better? Do you feel dramatic now? Are you more engaged with the dramatic, just upsetting music? John will never leave. John should probably get some sleep after this. After having woken up early, apparently. There we go. Alright. I could have it that instead of having a static background, I could cycle through the backgrounds I've previously done. Because I've got the mummy ASMR just for this. What do you mean just for this moment? Hello, Pep. I am your mummy. Is this what you would like? Me blowing into the microphone. Yeah? Is that what you want? You happy now? I don't know. I don't... Like... Alright, we've appeased Pep. I'm safe now. Alright. And with that, you've drained all will to continue out of me. What is this song? This is why I need to make my own playlist. That's kind of a problem. Because just having every song play through in sequence is strange. It's jarring. Stop, please. Can Gummy just call Pep cringe for wanting Mummy? Not in the intro. Alright. I'm scrapping the background music. It's jarring even for me. Alright. Alright, I think I'm getting hungry. I'm just watching on a repeat because I'm procrastinating now, so I think it's probably about lunchtime. So I will, just for this moment. Ugh. Alright. I'm gonna have lunch, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna get this done. I have 2 days to make this video and the form. I'm gonna have to get all of the forms. Now return to the MD mines. Yeah, time to return to the MD mines. I realized I'll probably do MD again when I think, because I need to do the Honglu run again. Not Honglu, Heathcliff run. That's got to happen. But also, I realized that if I don't personally I don't watch videos of solos. And then I was like, well, if I don't watch it myself, why do I share it? Because it was fun. I do want to do it. But also, it was a weird moment. But I think that's just me overthinking it. Because it was been like a week and I needed to think. Alright. Well, I will. Pepper's Chroma. Yay. We have Chroma in chat. Chroma is second best girl. Alright. Cockcliff solo. Cockcliff? I mean, the thing is, I don't even have Cockcliff. I didn't do my weeklies last week. That's the point where MD is at the moment. Because I kind of solved solos to the point where I'm doing stupid solos. Like, stupid solos are fun because I have to think. Solos are no longer enough. The thing is, I have to think of dumb ideas in the first place. So we'll see. Alright. I will continue this. Thank you for joining. If you have any ideas for other categories that could actually be feasible, let me know in the Discord. Otherwise, I will try and work on the background. An alternate logo. And who else knows what? Alright. I'm grippy. Okay. Pep's grippy. Alright, thank you for joining. Have a good day, good night, good evening, everything in between. Eat lunch, eat food, drink water. I have timestamps that need to be made. Yes, okay, understandable. Alright. Thank you, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Base Sinclair MDE50. I've already done that. I've already done Base Sinclair MDE50 solo, egoless. Believe it or not, I've already done that. There you go. Alright. Farewells, yes, 24 hours. Oh boy. This is gonna be hell. Bye-bye.